My truck is so old, it doesn't have a backup camera. And it has kind of a basic, just a tape and a CD player and a radio stereo. So this is kind of bringing me into the 21st century, I don't know. But yeah, looks like everything's here. Parking brake for the rear camera, I'm assuming. But yeah, the rest of the wiring and the head unit. So far so good on this. I went with a really basic one. Just has Bluetooth on it, so it doesn't have Apple or Android Auto, Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. But you can load stuff on with a USB stick right in the front. It also has an auxiliary cable right in the front, which I really like. I'm very old-fashioned in that sense. And then it also has Bluetooth connectivity, which is great. Which I actually will probably realistically use more than anything other than the backup camera. The entire reason I'm getting this, and I've spent all of this money, most of the money on this thing, was just to have a backup camera with the rooftop tent that's now on top of the truck, because I just can't see shit out of the back anymore. So here we go. Let's go tear apart my dash. I've never done this before, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to fuck it up, and it'll be fun to watch. But yeah, stock radio, nothing wrong with it. I've always used just the tape connected to your auxiliary, which has worked fine forever. One unfortunate thing about these first gen Tacomas is the location of the radio. That was kind of one reason I've never really jumped to replace it. It's really low in the dash. My opinion, it probably should have been up here with these controls down here, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get some snow off this truck, back it up a little closer to the house, and tear this thing apart. These radios, in my opinion, if you're wondering how these worked out on our last trip, in my opinion, they worked out great. I'm pretty stoked to have it. And all I did was plug it into the cigarette lighter and squished it in between the seat, which is still dirty from our trip. Let's do it. We're gonna swap these brackets off the side here onto the new radio, and then we're gonna have to do some wiring. I'm tempted to see if any of the auto parts stores in town, and I should have gone before I tore apart the dash, because I will have to drive like this, but I'm tempted to see if any of them have a plug to go in there with wires coming out, so I don't have to butcher this. just got out of O'Reilly Auto Parts, which is my preferred store here in Tahoe land. And I'm sure it changes everywhere you go, but I prefer O'Reilly. And I actually used to work at this one. So yeah, I like coming here. It's the biggest one in South Lake Tahoe. So they usually have it, if anyone's gonna have anything. But this is what I was after. How much is this? 15 bucks out the door. And what it is where'd it go? Uh-oh. Where was the second one? Did I drop it? Shit. No. Where'd that thing go? Found it. I dropped it right in the fucking door jamb. So it was being used as a door stop temporarily. But luckily it's made in China, so it's probably pretty strong. But anyway, this is what I was after for these guys. And these two are going to plug into this and this. And then these wires will get connected to the stereo wiring harness that was included with the new stereo. And so that way you avoid having to clip these off. This is my neighbor's house, and that is my tarp. It's been very windy lately. It's just don't know. Stereo's in. Okay, so that's that. Now on to something I've been asked about. Was radios and how I wired mine up, and everything else. So yeah, let's go through that real fast. And you can already probably tell if you can see from this picture, but I did forget something. Let me go grab that real fast. Okay, I don't have what I was looking for, but that's okay. So I've been asked about wiring up the radios and how I've done it. I do it pretty simply. So this is new to me, these GMRS, GMSR radios, whatever they're called. But it's the same wiring procedure for this as it is with a CB radio, which is what this is. So this one I bought off Amazon brand new. It's the first time in a long time I've bought a radio like this brand new. And it comes pre-wired with a cigarette adapter. Nothing wrong with that. That's what I ran on our first trip. So I've had one run like this. And for this GMRS, whatever the hell it's called, that worked just fine. So I'm gonna keep doing that because I liked that. You can take the entire radio out. There's nothing left in the dash. You can let a friend borrow this if they need to use a radio and you're not going on the trip. And I like that kind of versatility. And it's really handy with this one because you don't have any controls on the radio itself. All the controls are on the handheld. So yeah, that's the first one. And the same procedure for that one is what I've done with this CB radio. This thing I think was given to me a long time ago. And it had like really short wires coming out of the back of it. Like the wires, yeah, you can see the wires were only like a few inches long coming off the back. So if you get one at like a thrift store or a, you know, flea market, or a friend gives it to you or whatever, all you got to do is splice in one of these cigarette lighters. You can buy these without anything on the other end of it from Amazon for pretty cheap, or get it at your local auto parts store. Splice it on there and run it the same way. And I've done that forever and I've had no issues with that. So I recommend this this setup for anybody looking for like a really minimal, easy, just one and done. You've got your radio done, you can go on your trip. And then I use a magnetic antenna that I just pop on the top of the roof, you know, the day of the trip, and bam, we're off. And then as far as splicing the wires together, the way I like to do it is with these little waterproof connectors. Oh fuck. Well, that was inevitable. Shit. These little guys are heat shrink tubing with a little piece of solder in the middle. That's what that little silver ring in there is. So it's kind of nice because it does everything for you. And as long as you have these plus a lighter, you're good. You can get your stuff going. So they're good for like on the side of the road repairs. Shit, I'm just losing all of these. Oh well. You know, if you ever have to do anything on the side of the road, I use them on my bike. I've had pretty good success with these on my bikes. I did the head unit install with this. So the new stereo that I put in this truck was with these little guys. Fuck. There we go. But yeah, I definitely recommend these. I like them a lot. I've had good success with these. The crimp connectors, the style that you crimp on that look like this, the same kind of like little tube guys. I've always used those in my cars and trucks and stuff, and I've never had any issues with those. But as soon as I started doing stuff with motorcycles, I noticed they would come apart on the bikes. And I don't know if it's because bikes have more vibration or what. They do. I assume they have more vibration, but I'm assuming that's also causing it to fall apart or whatever. But I haven't had good luck with the crimp connectors, so I've switched to these in the meantime. I don't like the twist connectors. I've had those fail on me before, and I just don't like twisting the wires and having this weird like mushroom head, especially if you're doing an install like this. And then you have a bunch of those like kind of floating back there. These are a lot lower profile, which is nice. And again, I've had good luck with them on my motorcycles. So far so good on the stereo. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Again, I do recommend, again, I keep saying that like a douche, but this is the way I've done my radios, in my opinion. This is just fine. I've had okay luck with it. There are basically two other methods of doing it. There's the fuse tap method, where you wire in, instead of a cigarette adapter, you wire in a fuse tap. That's a little bit more like semi-permanent. That's kind of in between this and like a full-blown wiring it directly to the battery or directly to like some sort of power bank or switch system, which is wired to your power bank or whatever. But basically those, you're tapping into the power, you're grounding it, and that's it. I like this method again because you can give the radio to your friend, you can let other people use it, you can take it out of the truck if you know you're not going on a trip anytime soon. You know, there's no remnants of the radio anywhere here other than this little plastic piece which clips into here, and that's what holds the mic, the handheld. So yeah, thanks for watching. I know this probably got a little whatever.